Ladies and gentlemen, my good people of internet land, we are back with another live stream. Let me actually get on the screen so you can see me. There we go. You should be able to see me now. Type 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. The chat's slightly delayed for me. So yeah, type 1 if you can hear me okay. Whoa, there's a lot of ones. Cool. I spent most of this morning trying to fix my audio in the stream. Holy crap, these are coming in fast. I'll try my best to read everybody's messages, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. So, you look like a depressed father. You're funny. You're funny. Is that because I'm drinking a Barks? Somebody said Barks. Yeah, you got it. Do you need any help with chat moderation? No, not really. I've got a couple people already. Who said mug root beer? All right, get out. No. Mug root beer? Seriously? Funny. Elaine, can I have some? Well, if I had a way to get it to you, hang on. See if maybe I can teleport it to you through the screen. Root beer on top. A&W. A&W's okay. It's yeah. It'll do in a pinch. It's a little bit sweeter than Barks. Barks has like the truest flavor. You know. Try Dr. Pepper and root beer. It's good. What? I've never heard of that combination. But I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yes, we also have Dave in the chat. Dave is not joining us on screen tonight. But he's going to be doing some chat moderation for me. We're kind of... on the technical side of things, it's very complicated to try and get two people on the screen. So I'm going to just kind of do some solo streams for the time being. C2 is a beautiful bus, better than the Visions. Yeah, you're right. Somebody says, Lane, how is your day going? That's going pretty well. Other than, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, I apologize in advance if I start coughing. That may happen. I've got sinus congestion still stuck in my head. Right there, actually. I can tell you exactly where it is. And quite a bit of it in my lungs. So I took some cough medicine, but if I do cough a little bit during this, you know, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Yeah, I just saw Dave's message. He has to go in about an hour or so to go film his podcast. So be sure to go to the Buzz Vibes channel, and down in his description, you can find the link to his podcast. Definitely go check it out. IBC root beer is the best. IBC is pretty good. The funny thing with IBC, though, is if I ever have one, because they come in the glass bottles, if I ever have one while driving, I pour it out of the bottle into a cup. Because to any cop that I pass, that glass bottle looks like something else, and I don't have time to be getting pulled over for that kind of thing. Slow mode in the chat. Yeah, the first stream I did was an absolute disaster in the chat because people were spamming. So I've turned slow mode on. I think I set it for 15 seconds. Lane, if you talk to me, I will shirt. I'm assuming that means I will buy a shirt. Well, there, you've been talked to. Mugs is the best root beer. Eh, you wish. Visions, the windshield is hard to see out. It is. It is. It's, yeah. I don't like Visions. And I knew as soon as I uploaded that last video, I knew that somebody was going to say that. They're like, oh, you don't know what's good. The Visions are better. If you like the Visions, so be it. I could not stand them. We need to live stream Farm Sim or the Backrooms. I did think about that, actually. I thought about on stream tonight doing a little bit of Farm Sim 2011. Kind of a throwback. But we'll see how we get on. We may do that, we may not. The Visions are hard to sit in the driver's seat. Correct. Because it was designed by somebody who probably isn't human. I forgot to tell my cousin that I was streaming. Oopsie. I probably should do that. That was entirely my fault. I should have told her that before I started doing this. What about Flight Sim? Here's the thing with Flight Sim, okay? Until I get my new PC, I'm not recording or streaming Flight Sim because my CPU already is on its last leg trying to cope with Flight Sim. If I tried to stream and do that, not to mention streaming the satellite scenery and trying to use internet to stream, yeah, my PC would have a stroke. But I haven't said this yet because I only just started last night, but I have started the beginning stages of building a new PC. Should my bus driver get fired? She crashed her 2026 T3 FE 3 times already. A 2026 bus and you've crashed it 3 times already? Ouch. What's your PC specs? This PC right now, I'm mainly upgrading the CPU so I can get a better CPU. I have an Intel i5 9400. It's old. So I'm going to, I think, an i5 13600 or maybe an i7. I haven't decided yet. I have a RTX 3060 in this PC that will go to the new one. Dave's telling me to get a Mac. He keeps telling me this, but Dave, the Macs are not good for gaming. They're decent for media work like this, but they're not great for gaming. So the PC I'm building is supposed to be able to do both well. Can we see the new PC? You know what? I may have to do a video of it once I'm kind of putting everything together. I have an i7 and it's great for Flight Sim. Yeah, and once I get the build finished and I have a PC that's actually can cope with like Flight Sim and streaming, then I may do some of that on stream. We shall see. Hello, Lane/Vision hater. Yeah, you're right. This guy said, "Holy cow, this chat is fast." I know. Welcome to my life. I'm trying to read these so fast. Lane, you should buy 99. Somebody said Boeing or Airbus. I am 100% Boeing. I'm 100% Boeing. And I didn't grab my coaster either. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do in that case is use the cardboard back of this notepad, and I'm going to redneck this a little bit. Maybe I can use that as a coaster. Yeah, there we go. That works. Gosh, I gotta try and catch up on the chat. I look away for 3 seconds and like 15 messages come in. Use that PC for streaming and the other for gaming. Well, that's part of the problem, is it's not graded either. When was the last time you saw 99? Today's Monday, so last Thursday, I think. Can you ban 6-7 from the chat? I probably should. Hold that thought and let me see if I can figure out how to do that. I'm not sure how to ban specific phrases for that. I gotta figure out how to do that. But I've got, I mean, Dave's moderating a little bit, so he can kind of kick people out if they keep doing it. Have you ever found that wooden cross? No, sadly I didn't. I don't know where it is. It's probably somewhere buried under the backseat of my truck, but I haven't been in there yet to actually go look at it. You need to talk to your dispatcher and get 99 back. I tried. Not back, but like I tried to stop her from getting retired. And holy cow, what does this say? If you lost 171 in a fire, what bus would you try to get us to as a spare if 99 wasn't available? Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Onboard fire is one of my biggest fears as a bus driver. But to answer your actual question, typically my search for spares goes like this. I go 99, 09, any of the Sister 6, the White Top Twins, anything else. That's typically, when I'm looking for a spare bus, that's kind of the order I look in. I always look for 99 first, obviously, or 09. And then after that, any of the Sister 6, because I haven't actually driven the rest of them, even though Dave has. Somebody said the F-35 or F-18. Dave says F-18. I think I'd go with that too. 737 or 747. That's tough. That's tough. I love the Queen. But if you threw me in Flight Sim and told me to fly one, I'd go with the 7.3 just because that's the one I know how to fly in a sim. Obviously not in real life. 747 is more iconic. You're right. I'd say they're both iconic. I mean, they've been around forever. Do you like the A380? Yeah. 727 or Lockheed TriStar? You know your history right there. Going back to the Trijet days. I'm going with the 727 though. The 727 is like my favorite airplane ever. And if you don't believe me, have a look at my phone case. I told you. If you want this case, it's like, what's that website I got it from? Aviation Shop, something like that. MD-11 or 727. Oh gosh, 727. 737 or CRJ 900. 73 obviously. A340. What did that say? A340 or 757. I'm going with the 7.5. Those planes are like polar opposite. 717 or DC-10. Give me a 717. DC-10 or 707? I'll take the 707. What phone do you have? It's a iPhone 15, I think. Do you have a joystick for Flight Sim? I do. You can't see it because it's sitting over here. I've got that. This is a Turtle Beach flight stick that I've got. The reason I got that is I have a yoke and pedals. They're stored in the closet at the moment, primarily because they're super bulky, and I was getting tired of like trying to use them and then try to get them down out of the way. So I got this little stick, and I've rigged it up to drive in Farm Sim and fly in Flight Sim. So I just kind of pull it over here, do my thing, and then just kind of stick it back over there. I've also got, if I can, I don't know if I can get it over here to show you. I've got, you Flight Sim people may know what this is. This is the Octavie IFR1. It's basically like a tiny, that was a Christmas gift from my parents. It's basically like a tiny instrument button box thing. Have you played Farm Sim 25? Yes, and they finally got it right. Farm Sim 25 is what FS19 should have been, my opinion. A380 or 747? 747, come on now. Gotta play some Farm Sim. We might, if y'all actually want to do that. I literally did some like testing earlier to make sure I could film Farm Sim 11 in case we wanted to do like a throwback on stream. If they told you you could have a brand new CE, would you take it? No, probably not. I mean, if they told me this is what you're driving, then obviously yes. Do you remember me? I'm the guy who asked you if you were wearing a prison jumpsuit at 10K. I feel like I vaguely remember that, yeah. What about looking at the Roblox buses? Yes, we're going to do that shortly. FS65 or C2? It's C2. C2. All these people talking about 148. I pulled these two off flight radar near me. Piper Seminole or Cessna 182T? I'll take the 182. Second gen CE with a Cummins. So, like the 07 Twins or third gen CE. Just third gen. I think that overall the third gen CE is definitely an improvement over the second gen. Play ROR. I have no idea what you mean by that. Would you want to upgrade to a 2025 C2 or keep 171? No, I'd rather keep 171. 171 is the last, the 21s are the last year model of bus before they changed the stupid instrument panel layout. ROR is rigs of rods. Yeah, I've got no idea what that is. This guy said, rigs of rods, look it up. Well, excuse me for not knowing what it is. I play Farming Simulator, for crap's sake. That should tell you a lot about my video game preference. What's your opinion of Ohio spec buses? I'd have to look at a picture of one. Do a poll for Farm Sim. Have you played Rocket League? I have not. I have not played Rocket League. I've seen people do it, so like I vaguely, I mean, I could look at a picture of it and know what it looks like, but I ride a Next Gen IRL. It's a great engine fan. I also like the stream overlay. Looks good. Thank you. I got this screen overlay off It was either Pixabay or VectEasy that I got the green overlay, and then I edited it and added the LMDP and the bus numbers because I figured that would spruce it up a little bit. 2009 CE or 2006 CE? 06 for sure. Primarily because, wow, that was a lovely voice crack. Primarily because Max Force. The Max Force is just rubbish. You should give us a room tour. Yeah, nice try. Would you rather a Lion C or a Lion D? I don't want any school bus with Lion in the name. They are absolute crap. 0623 or 0909? 0909. 0623 is weird. This guy said Windows 11 or our collective brain cells. Windows 11 is rubbish. 0623 used to be like one of the best spares we had, and I'm not sure what happened over recent years, but it just got beat to death. It's decent, but it's not like stellar. I'll try to mute my mic whenever I go into a coughing fit. Alright, let me see. Somebody suggested doing a poll, and I forgot I could do this. So, alright, I'm going to start a poll whether you think we should play some Farm Sim 2011 tonight or not. I'm going to send this poll, and you should see it come up in the chat box. Either way is fine with me. We need to go through the photo submissions of your Roblox buses. I'm sick over here and it sucks. Dude, trust me, I totally feel you. 2019 C2 with Cummins or a 2025 with a Detroit. I want the Cummins and I want the older instrument panel, so I'll take the 19. Have you been around a gas or school bus? Funny story about that, actually. I do a lot of, or not a lot, but a handful of athletic trips at the high school. Funny story about that. We don't have full-size gas buses. Our little one is. But I went on this trip, and I had this Bluebird Vision from somewhere else who departed the place at the same time that I did. We were side by side on this 2-lane or 4-lane road. Excuse me. And the road was flat. So light turns green, we both take off. Just foot down, here we go. And that gas engine absolutely out-accelerated me. It was almost embarrassing. But then the road turned, and right around the turn, it went up a hill. And the road started climbing up a steep hill. And that gas engine just fell off. I mean, I was out climbing him all day long. He couldn't keep up. So it was pretty hilarious. So yes, I've been around some gas engines. I don't particularly like them. Do you listen to music? Let me counter that question with a question. Who doesn't listen to music? Like, can we think about that? Where's the poll at? Now it says I sent it, but there's no votes, and it's not showing up on y'all's side. So my dad's on stream, And he said his favorite bus is a 2007 Van Hool C2045. Now that, to the rest of y'all, that sounds random. We co-own one of those, so that's why he said that. But pole's not here. Okay, what the heck is wrong with the pole? I've got the stream on my phone over here so that I can kind of monitor how it looks for y'all. What the heck? Where's the pole? What the heck? Where's the pole? Slow the live down. It's already much slower than it was. How the crap do I get the poll to y'all? Because I can see it on my screen, but I can't get it to go in the chat box. Cream root beer or cream Dr. Pepper? Probably root beer. What do you mean they changed the instrument panel? I think it's a spec. I think we ordered the wrong thing. Or I would call it the wrong thing. We ordered a different one. $747 or Airbus Beluga. I mean, that... Are we talking 747 Dreamlifter? That would be more comparable. All these people keep asking me 171 versus 99. Why are y'all asking me that question? I'm not going to answer that question. Why did drivers write people up? Because they can't behave? Can we start with the Roblox buses? Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Let me open that up real quick. I would like to point out the fact that I said bus pictures and some of y'all started uploading selfies. That's not at all what I put it there for. So I've been kind of filtering those out. There is, what the heck is this? Somebody, okay. I'm about to change the screen over so you can see it. Somebody posted in the picture submissions a picture of Dave. Dave has joined the chat. Dave's been in the chat. This guy says, think before you comment something. There's a good idea. The 27C2 has a semi-analog gauge panel. I mean, I prefer full analog with the message board in the middle, but that's just me. All right, I'm looking through to make sure nobody put dadgum selfies in here. Let's go through these, right? I'm going to... Now, before I change the screen over, okay... Because somebody's going to say it. I'm not using Windows 7. I'm just old, and I got a bit of software that makes my Windows 10 look like Windows 7. So when I change this, when I change this screen over, which I'm going to do right now, don't look at my start button and say, oh, he's using Windows 7. I'm not. It's Windows 10. I went to this screen last stream and y'all started losing your minds. Somebody said I miss Windows 7. Yeah, me too. That's why I'm doing this. Well, I miss a PC that actually just did what you wanted and didn't try to overbloat you with a bunch of spyware crap. Don't get me started on ranting about Microsoft, because that's just not going to go over well. Hello from Minnesota. I have Windows XP. You're a smart person. Maybe not for internet browsing, but as far as like having an operating system that just works. That's not somebody's creation. That's off a big Roblox game. I know. It can be out of a Roblox game or something they handmade. But I know there's a lot of people that tag me in, I swear it happens multiple times a day. Somebody tags me on YouTube in some picture of I completely just lost my train of thought. They tagged me in a picture of their Roblox buses. So that's why I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and let everybody put them in one, and I'll review them in one go. Somebody... I have XP and it has internet. Oh, you can have internet, but the problem is that they quit releasing security updates for it, so... You know, if you want to take that risk, go for it. You know, the problem is the government still gets updates from Microsoft, so... You know, how they get to have that, but we don't, I don't know. I just scrolled back up to try and find a message, and I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Would you quit if you were permanently assigned to 0560? That's never going to happen, because 0560 is really old. And probably never going to see mainline service again. That bus is close to getting retired, I think. We've got like a couple 04s still hanging on that have been athletic buses. And then those 05s will start going. Okay, I need to shut up and actually get to these pictures. Because, alright, this is... What have we got here? Putnam County Schools. We got I think it's a second gen. The tail of the second gen and third gen all look similar, so... But we've got... This looks pretty good. This is a picture of a screen, I think. Doesn't seem to be a screenshot, but that's fine. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not a huge fan of the side door being right there. Well, I say that. I'm not a huge fan of the side door anyway. This model looks pretty good, though. I mean, you got, like, the little dips in the reinforcement bars. You can see the little... It's hard to see, but you can see all the little rivets up in the roof. Overall, I think the... as far as the 3D modeling, I think it looks fine. Which, you know, this is going to be a mixed bag of... This is going to be a mixed bag of people that took a model that already existed and just customized it versus people who tried to hand build one. What's your second favorite Sister 6 bus? I'd have to drive them. I hear Home J+1 as well. I can't actually hear the music track y'all are listening to, so I don't know which song it's on by now. But that's, sorry for being late. No, dude, you're good. You're good. Did you have a day off? Yes, I did. We only just now got to the Roblox photos because I'm terrible at procrastinating. Alright, let's... What the heck? I think one just got added. Okay, so we've got a C2 with no tires. Or at least I can't see the tires. Is that the tires? No, that just may be part of the frame. Doesn't look too bad. Got the LED headlights chilling in the sunset. Okay. I don't know what this is. Bus itself looks good. My only critique about this photo would be Comic Sans. I can't stand Comic Sans. But anyway. Whitehall Coplay School District. I'm assuming these ones that y'all send that have like names and stuff on the side, I'm assuming you're like recreating real life ones. I guess. I'm assuming that's what most of y'all that build these are doing. Ban Comic Sans. Yeah, you're right. This is interesting, though, because we've got these C2s here with black paint around the windows, but this second gen over here doesn't have. So it's like, it's interesting. Overall, I like it though. I like the lineup. This is just a real life picture. What in the... I'm not sure what's going on with this picture. I don't know if this picture's... No, it can't be reversed because the school bus moniker is the correct way. What am I looking at? Apart from the fact that it's, like, blurry. The more you look at it, the worse it gets. I know. This can't be real. I started to say maybe it's Australian because of the driver station being on the right. But then wouldn't they just put the door on the left? That was a prototype for a low floor BE. Who on earth thought it was a good idea to make a low floor school bus? Wait. There's no way. Let me look this up real quick. Low floor ICBE. Yeah, there's pictures of it. No, there's not. Never mind. There's that one. Let me transition this thing back so you can see it. There's that picture. And then... I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to look like. Surely... Look up a low floor TC2000. That's a thing? If I'm driving a low floor, I want it to be a Gillig. That's kind of where I'm at on that. These are all high floors. What are you on about? Those wheels are tiny. I hate when buses have those tiny tires because they ride like crap. The TC2000s are ugly. Yeah. Kind of. I mean, that's not terrible. I've seen worse. I mean, the Vision was worse than that. Alright, let's go back to... I don't know what this cursed thing is. For all I know, that's a backrooms creature. Yeah, Dave just posted a admin message. If you keep asking the same questions over and over, I'm putting you in timeout. Thank you, Dave, for kind of staying on top of that. I am genuinely trying to get to everybody's questions, but this goes way too fast. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of oil painting filter is on this picture, but regardless, the 3D model of the bus itself actually looks really good. It's hard for me to point out specifics. Like, I started to say it has the roof little rivets, but I think they're there. It's hard to tell. Excuse me. Brunners, what does it say? Brunnersburg City Schools, Defiance County. There's no way that's a real place. If it is, who names their county Defiance? What's your reason for hating the Vision? In parentheses, I don't like it either. I don't like the Vision because it's the epitome of Bluebird did one decent thing in 1970 and never evolved. I mean, it legitimately, they slapped a different front end on it and haphazard, kind of chock-a-block hacked their way into a decent driver station setup. But it's really not. If you drive it, like, the ergonomics are horrible. I sat in one time and I was like, never again. Never again. But no, this one looks really nice. It kind of looks like, with the tinted windows and the straight skirt. Well, no, it's not a straight skirt. It's a lowered skirt because it's angled right there. We've got a few that look like this. Alright, we've got 3rd gen, this looks like. The model looks pretty good. This, I think, is... what's worse, Lion or Vision? Oh, Lion's worse for sure. I think this is the equivalent of a Roblox selfie. I think that's what this is. I think. I like the little touch about the indicators on the lugs. The model looks pretty good. I hate the middle door. I know the flat nose buses have to have it, or excuse me, I know the rear engine buses have to have it because they don't have the back door. But it's on a bus that has front and back door, it's just, can't stand that. All right, this, wow, okay. I may need to do a tutorial video on how to do screenshots. This model looks pretty decent though, as best I can tell. I like the little not windy rope. What's the little wire crossing gate? You used to see that a lot way back in the day. That was pretty much how everybody did it. That's pretty much gone now though. Everybody's kind of moved on to a fixed piece of metal that actually wire crossing arm. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't seem to figure this out. Holy mother of Legos. So this is yeah, this is I just would like to point out the fact that the stop signs fell off. Well, you're gonna have to fix that. You need those to do a route, so you may want to add those back on. This grill, actually, the longer I look at this grill looks like it came off a Freightliner Cascadia, which is not very far off because the Thomas C2 was made after the Freightliner M2. So if you look at Freightliner trucks, I mean, you can see the resemblance between the Freightliner trucks and each other and Freightliner-based school buses. We've got, oh my lord. Got somebody's Hot Wheels collection. Look at this. He's cut it out into a makeshift school bus. Huh. That's pretty nifty. He's got like one of everything too. Look at this. Sports cars, muscle cars, delivery trucks, bus, drag car, semi, show cars, racing school bus looking thing. I spy with my little eye, right? Look at this car. Right here. It's a 99 car. I got to thinking if I was ever a NASCAR driver, I would use the 99 number. Unfortunately for me, somebody's already taken it, so there goes that idea. There's that photo again for some reason. Hey, 0909. Now this bus, I did notice when I was looking through here earlier, I did kind of briefly skim through these, mainly looking for people posting pictures of themselves. This bus is pretty accurate. There's a couple differences though. One has a white roof. 09 doesn't. Overall, I think the model looks pretty good though. I do like the attention to detail right here. These the clearance lights. That is accurate color coding. If it's in front of the back axle, it's amber. If it's behind the back axle, it's red. So really nice attention to detail there. I mean, and they even got the little metal guard plates around the light bulbs. Looks pretty good. Obviously, this is a different spec. I mean, our 0909 doesn't have yellow rims or a white top or the striped bumper. I'm not sure which spec this is. It's kind of hinting maybe Florida. What year is 09? 09. 0909. 09090909. That's, wow, that's a tongue twister. Yeah, I also noticed on the back the angle right there on the side skirt. So it has the lower side skirt. Our 09s are actually kind of weird. The first half of them that came to us had no tinted windows and extended side skirts. The second half, which included 0909, had straight skirts and tinted windows. I'm not sure why International seemed to screw that up, but somebody said, yeah, that's a Florida spec, only missing the stripes on the bumper. Can you not see it on the... You might not be able to see it on the stream. Let me zoom in real quick. This is... If you look really closely, you can see the stripes. If you look really close, it's kind of hard to see. They're dark, but they are there. Reset that. All right. Let's see if I can get... Is this Roblox? That looks way too good to be Roblox. Or either you've got some kind of NASA computer. The 3D... If this is Roblox, this looks really good. I'm watching the chat for a second to see if people confirm that this is Roblox. It is. They're saying it is. I did not know Roblox could look that good. Wow. The 3D modeling is on point. I don't know if you made this or if somebody else made this and you customized it. Either way, it's... I mean, down to the individual rivets in the metal. And the reflection in the chrome wheels. That's really nicely done. The little emergency exit thing. Little radio antenna. I'm just looking at small details that I like. The little vent right here. The metal guards over the lights. Really nicely done. Okay, so we've got a real life bus now. Not sure what to say about this one, other than it's a Vision, and it's a Vision with the little wheels, so that's 2 strikes against it. And it doesn't have black eyeliner, so that's 3 strikes even against it. And it has only 1 stop sign, so that's 4 strikes against it. Yeah. I think it's safe to say I don't really want to be... I don't really want to be driving this one. It's a little shorty vision. Yeah, I know it. Here we go. C2 in the sunset. I think the number says... I think that number says 171. Yeah, this... I can't tell if this was intended to be white rims or chrome. Based on the reflections, I'm going to say chrome. Chrome grille. I wish I had a chrome grille. Honestly. 8-way lids or no lids? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the eyelashes? I think it depends on the bus. We've got 171 masquerading as a 3rd gen. Sounds about right. The model looks pretty nice, though. We've got 1298 in what I think is Florida spec because of the stripes in the bumper. Again, I gotta teach y'all how to screenshot. Holy cow. I can see just the faintest hint of a yellow rim right there. So... my watch is telling me my heart rate's high. I'm not even sure how I did that. I'm sitting still! Anyway. Well, okay. There's something I haven't seen before. Blue bumpers. Too much root beer. I've only had that much. This is also a very interesting rim pattern. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But yeah, we've got a short body 2nd gen CE. Interesting little creation. Ah, this one. I saw this one earlier and I was like, that is amazing. First of all, I'm a sucker for good lighting. I'm a sucker for good lighting. This is amazing. It's nighttime. There's clearly some kind of light source on the right. Over here, right? So it's kind of casting... I don't know if it's a yard light or maybe the moon. It's casting like some gentle ambient light against the bus, which you can see right here. See how this gently brighter right here, and you can see kind of some reflection on the edge of the light housing right here. And look at the marker light up here. The marker light is casting its own little ambient light against the top of the bus. And the stop signs are casting a glow against the side. This one's good. This one's good. I don't know which one of y'all, who sent this in? Image C. I don't know what that means. It says first student. I'm assuming it's modeled after one of their buses. I'm a sucker for good lighting in a video game. This one's really good. This one's really good. Alright, here's got us an ICRE. Y'all tell me if this is a normal thing or not, to add a black stripe on the side and then put the nameplates in white. We don't do that. I'm not sure anybody around here does do that. That's normal for Kentucky. North Carolina does that. Oh, okay. Who said double strobe? That's the roof hatches. That's the roof hatches sticking up. Which can we just look at the detail on the inside for a second? Look at this. You can see the latches and the screws on the window frame. I can see the individual LEDs in the 8-ways. Goodness gracious, that's detailed. I didn't think Roblox could get this detailed. Now, I am curious about this bus. Because if you look down here, right, it's got these cargo bays, right? And if you look at the back, you can see the bumper height and where the skirt angles down. Y'all tell, is the front of this missing a skirt? Or is it supposed to look that high? I don't know. Because if you look, right, like here's the wheel arch, here's the flare. It starts down here. It goes round, and you can see the wheel flare come down about, like, what is that, 8 or 9 inches right there? And it just hangs there as if there's supposed to be a skirt there, but there's not. So maybe there is, maybe there's not. I'm not entirely sure. I've only been around NRE like once, and it was last school year. Here's a really pixelated 3rd gen. Wow, that's blurry. It looks, from what I can tell, it looks really clean. I like the little touch of the wheel indicators right there. This is okay. It's a picture of somebody's TV. Does that say Tommy on the logo right there? Why are y'all spamming the number 99? What time is the stream ending? I have no idea. It'll be posted afterwards though, so you do whatever you gotta do. I have no idea what y'all are on about. It's so they can't get copyrighted because Thomas will do that. What? Okay. We've got a real one. And a guy just vibing in the snow. I'm cracking up by the fact that the crossing gate hangs like that, because I don't think I've ever seen a crossing gate on a C2 that was actually straight. They've all got issues. They bend up slightly, they bend down slightly, they hang out a little bit, they kind of go like angled that way from the side. I don't know. Here we got a nice model. This one looks pretty good. They've modeled like the leaf springs and the bottom of the engine. This is apparently a Wisconsin spec. Okay. It's the northern end of the country. I'm on the southern end, so I'm not as familiar with that. Look up pink school bus. I've seen pink ones in real life, actually. There's a certain holiday destination up in the northern end of Georgia that uses them. $2640 Productions says that's his. Which one? This one? This one's got the bare metal mirror post, the eyelashes. Looks pretty good. Now here's something I noticed. We don't have these like route number things. I've seen some districts do that, some don't. We don't. Also, why would you put the number right there? That's a horrible place to put that. That just looks so tacky. Either put it on the bumper or on the wheel arch right there. I've seen some districts that put it, they like slap it right here where this light is. I really need to be paying attention to the chat. I'm getting too busy looking at these. What do you think of the HDX? It's okay. Wind farming simulator. I couldn't get the daggone pole to work. Okay, let's do this. Type 1 if you want to do Farm Sim 2011. Type 2 if you don't. And I'll kind of loosely gauge it based off the chat. So far, it's a bunch of ones. 1, 2, 3. Who typed 3? Who typed 3? Really? Oh gosh, this is a mix. A lot of ones, a lot of twos. Okay, now y'all are just being silly. 5, 7, 22, 99, 24, 55, 28, 11, 2,648, 200,000. What am I going to do with y'all? Alright, what else is in here? Flip a coin? I mean, we could do that. I could ask Siri to flip a coin. I think she can do that. Can Siri do that? This guy said, Dave, are these too many numbers? I don't know. Photo to photo. Google can. Siri can do that. What else do you expect from a chat full of children? Well, there's that. Sit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Siri, go away. I'm over here talking about her. She just starts listening to me. I'm like, I'm not asking you to do that. Would you ever buy a retired school bus? I mean, if I just felt like it. This is very interesting hairstyle there, goodness. Yeah, y'all think I use a lot of hair product? Look at this. I wish I had this. These extended stop arm things that like stick out into the other lane. Now granted, I would have to replace them every, once a month at least. But that, I like the idea behind that. That's a really pointy nose vision right there. It almost looks like a pelican, like it's just trying to bite my face. Here's a pretty nice looking model. In the middle of a stop too. Nice little bit of realism you did there. I'm not sure why the blinker's on. Unless that's a thing some people will do elsewhere in the country. Can you look at the EFX? Don't really like the EFX. There's a really tiny picture. There's an HDX. Oh, it's an HDX2. I don't like these. Do y'all like the HDX2? Because I don't. My county requires drivers to turn on their hazards when making a student stop. See, I think that's a bad idea. Because we use the hazards for crossing railways, right? So, if you use them for a railway, you need other people to know, hey, I'm not doing a student stop, I'm just required to stop at the railway. If you use the hazards also in conjunction with an 8-way stop, that kind of sets a weird precedent that people aren't sure, okay, what do these lights actually mean? I think they should be separate. You should only use the 8-ways for student stops or the hazards for railways. I don't think you should do both. I mean, if your county requires it, then that's one thing. But if I was making the rules for that kind of thing, I definitely wouldn't. My school district only has a single stop sign, no crossing arm. feel like surely that's not legal. Surely that's not legal. Why does the HDX look like a Greyhound? It does. They took a C2 cabin and slapped it on a... I don't like it. It's not horrible, but Okay, I was making sure there wasn't alcohol in that root beer or something, because I thought I was seeing things. What is this? What in... And what is the stop sign? It's got like a pie chart from some corporate meeting they slapped on the side as... Is it AI? Or is it just like terribly done Photoshop? It could be AI. I don't know. It could be Photoshop. There's a lot of people that look at something that's obviously fake and they're like, oh, it's AI. And people seem to people seem to forget that Photoshop was a thing back in the day. There's a C2 doing its thing. There's another C2 in a field. I feel like I've already seen this one. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. There's just some cool lighting. We got like tree shadows casting down and whatnot. The lights casting on the side of the bus in the shop. I like that. It's interesting to me how some states require license plates on the front and some don't. I'm not sure what's up with that. In Georgia, we don't. I just like inhaled an ice cube. Okay, that's one way to do that. Washington, Georgia spec. Now, remind me with these visions, the green is propane, right? And the blue is gasoline? Is that correct? Green is propane. Yeah, okay. I got it. We don't have these visions, so I kind of have to learn about them elsewhere. Because frankly, I don't like spending time around them more than I have to. Got us another second gen with this weird door placement. What is with this door placement? It's horrible. Not as horrible as my voice crack was just then, but pretty close. If there's a little cable symbol behind it, then it's electric. Oh, blue is electric. Wait. Okay. So blue is electric. Green is propane, and black is diesel or gasoline on the visions. If I'm understanding what y'all are telling me. Green with the cables electric. Okay. Y'all kept telling me blue's gasoline. I'm like, what? Blue with cables electric. Y'all gotta make up your mind. Chat, y'all gotta make up your mind. What the heck? These people are like tripping over each other trying to put it in the chat. And this guy says blue is CNG. And the thing with CNG, you can pretty easily tell it's CNG though because of the weird way the tanks look. Because like if you take for example a Gillig low floor, like a Gillig low floor is quite literally a box. Unless you get the CNG version, then it has like these tanks that run down the roof. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, how is that not top heavy? Like, how is that not top heavy? Like, let me show you what I mean, right? Gillig, low floor, CNG. Yeah, so, okay, so like, here's your normal Gillig, right? It's quite literally a box. And here is the CNG one. Can somebody explain to me how that's not top heavy? Like, black is diesel, blue's gasoline, green's propane, green with the plug thing is electric. That's final. Everyone is drunk to that, apparently. But seriously, how are these not top heavy? Or am I just dumb? I don't understand this. Maybe, I mean, I guess it's because the chassis itself is just heavy enough that it doesn't, that the liquid doesn't outweigh it. It's not a liquid, is it? I'm such an idiot. Is 171 in your driveway right now, or is it at the yard? No, it's at the yard. I normally don't bring it home unless it's like oddball field trip stuff. We've got a Chevrolet car. So, nice job. CNG's not a liquid. Yeah, the name should have told me that. I'm dumb, I swear. It's also 8 o'clock at night. My brain's not working. Very, very bright reflections on the bus right here, but I like it. You brought it home on Friday during the bus vlog. I did. What kind of music do you like? It'd be easier to tell you what I don't like. Anything rap or anything that vaguely sounds like rap, I don't like. You sometimes bring your big yellow brick home. Sometimes, yes. It depends on if I'm leaving on a field trip early in the morning or what, you know. So this bus here, this is what we call Angel Bus, because it has sort of this glowing halo around it. I'm pretty sure just by looking at this bus might be radioactive. So I'm not gonna put a Geiger counter up to my screen. What's your favorite type of bus? I mean, that depends. Are we talking school bus? Or are we talking charter, coach, transit? So here is, what does that say? Caroline County. This looks like a really nicely done model. We've got a bit of like sunlight haze coming off. 2007 C2. Is that what this one is? Doesn't look that old. Or maybe that one's the 07 you were talking about. Yeah, because this one's got like LED lights and everything. What happened one day ago? Who likes Prevost buses? Me! I do. Goodness great. How many photos did y'all send me? Who put a picture of me? Alright, which one of you goobers did this? Which one of you goobers did this? I'm also now realizing, looking at this photo, how unusually large my forehead is. So thanks for that. I'm gonna be thinking about that the rest of tonight. Who's texting me? I know my heart rate's high. I don't know why this thing keeps telling me this. I can't figure out. People keep uploading bus photos as I'm going through them, so it keeps like restacking them. Who uploaded a picture of Dave? Somebody took a screen snip of one of Dave's videos. You wish that you had tire chains. I don't need tire chains. It never snows down here. So apparently me and Dave are just getting thrown back into the spotlight. I see how it is. I see how it is. It's a lot of black paint on this thing. Look at that. We got a stripe up here. We got black window frames, vents, the whole rims, the hood paint. Actually, there's an interesting point, because I've never driven with black paint on top of the nose. If there's any drivers watching this, tell me, does that actually help? Does that actually help? Or is, like, I know why it's there. It's to help the reflection not be so bad in your face. But, you know, is it, I know it's for glare lessening, but, like, does it actually make a worthwhile difference, or is it just kind of... I think the black hood is Connecticut spec. Maybe it is. It's not Georgia, I know that much. Several people saying no, it doesn't make much of a difference. Alright, I'm going to swap this back real quick. People keep uploading stuff, and I need to make sure there's not children or anything getting posted, because I don't need... I don't need to be accidentally showing kids in here. Goodness gracious, there's so many photos. Why did I do this? Who's up? Somebody's uploading them right now, because it literally keeps refreshing. Look at this. Somebody added me again. Very, very pixelated. They clearly grabbed this off the stream screen. Stream screen. Yeah, I said that right. This... I wouldn't be surprised if somebody turns this into a meme. What's your thoughts on the evolved C2s? I would love to drive one, but we're not going to buy any, so I don't think I'm ever going to get to. Somebody said close the floor. The floor? Yeah, close the floor. That's exactly what I meant to say. Close the form, even. I'm definitely going to go do that, because if pictures keep adding, I'm never going to... Somebody says good night. I'm assuming they're leaving. Good night. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you coming. So yeah, let me go in this form real quick and close it. Perfect. Alright. I know we've been looking at bus photos for a while. Let's tinker a little bit with Farm Sim 11. just to try something different. I actually started this channel with farm sim stuff, believe it or not. That was back in the FS17 days. And I had a absolute toaster of a laptop that I was trying to use. I should probably actually change the screen over so y'all can see what the heck I'm doing. Did that load correctly? Yeah, there we go. Let's take a gander back in time to the year 2011, shall we? Did anybody play this game? Tell me in the chat if you played this game back when it was... Wait a minute, is this the guy who had a problem with 148's yapping? Yeah, that's me. FS17 was my favorite game in first grade. How young are you? This guy says I was born in 2011. Oh my gosh. I'm getting old. I graduated in 2011. Yeah, well, you're way ahead of me. Started with FS17. Dude, the best one, FS11, 13, 17, 25. Those are the best ones. How old was I in 2011? Old enough. I was born in 2013. Oh my gosh. Somebody said they started with FS13. I did too. I came back to FS11 only recently. I got it on Steam so that I could go kind of try it out and see what it was like back then. But 13 and 17 have always been like my main favorites. I started in FS19. Oh gosh, you got the bad end of the deal. FS19 was a cluster. It was a strange one. Why do the 09s have black trim over the headlights instead of just the mirrors mounted on the hood? Not entirely sure what you mean by that. Bus 12 Production says, good night. Good night. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. I need to play Farm Sim. I haven't played it. Yeah. This is... Who said I'm watching at work right now? Don't you have productive things you need to be doing? Yeah. So those of you who played FS11, who remembers this? Who remembers Riverside? Oh, that's a lovely frame rate right there, isn't it? Yeah, the problem with Riverside is FS11 was never good at utilizing multiple CPU cores. So as soon as I look towards the valley, ready? Oh. Oh. That's a yummy frame rate right there. Paying tribute to Microsoft PowerPoint. The quality is crap. Yeah, I know, because this came out in 2011. But Riverside was like super advanced at the time for FS11. 2.6 frames per second. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let me know if like the engine noise gets too loud. I can go turn it down. I think I got it balanced fairly well beforehand. Let's time travel to 2011. Yeah, let's do it. I've been having a weird bug with it, though. I'm trying to get seeds to load into this thing, and it always loads up to 200 and then stops. So I haven't figured out how to make it go any further than that. I'm about to head out. All right, see ya. Thanks for coming. What engine sounds? Oh, can y'all not hear it? Oops. This game has the best graphics. Well, you haven't seen FS25 then. I'm at work. They're paying me to watch your stream. That is hilarious. And for legal reasons, I did not tell you to do that. Let's just clarify that now. I did not tell you to do that. Where's my... There we go. Alright, I've been trying to... Oh, that's a lovely frame rate right there. Holy mess. What farm sim are you playing? You got a bug crawling up your sleeve. That's not funny. Don't be joking like that. You're probably messing with me. You're probably messing with me. But at 8:45 I gotta go. Yeah, I'm not sure how long we'll be doing this for, so you do whatever you gotta do, man. Okay, I was trying to cover crop this field because I wanted to plant barley in it. And I want to plant barley in that one. The problem is... I need to turn the clip distance down, otherwise we're just going to be watching a PowerPoint for the rest of the stream. That's a little bit better. See, I look this way, it's fine. But the problem is, FS11 was not good at using multi-core CPUs. So I've got one core right now doing everything, and 5 of them that are sitting there doing nothing. Dave says one line and then leaves. Do you have FS25? Yes. 544 gallons of fuel. Yeah, FS11. Holy mess, that was loud. FS11's concept of units was not very good. Do y'all recognize this shot right here? This is from somebody else's YouTube video, but I wanted to do it just to see if y'all would notice. Any of you who are ever into Farm Sim 11, do you recognize this shot right here? I don't think anybody's going to recognize it. Somebody just said they're heading out. Whoever just said they were heading out, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. If you recognize this shot, tell me where it's from. Oh, somebody said Daggerwin. No, it's not Daggerwin. I know who that is, but it's not. It was a one-hit wonder that did an FS11 video and then disappeared. So, why did you stop? You pelican. Why did you stop? I'm trying... Never realized how hard it was to drive while I'm trying to read chat. Hello, I'm another YouTuber and I'm just now leaving the live stream, so bye. Okay, fair enough. Thanks for stopping by. Do you watch trucking vlogs? I have occasionally. Somebody says, do you have John Deere tractors? In the newer farm sims, yes. FS25 maps aren't as nice. You may be onto something right there. I think... honestly, map quality peaked with, like, Hagenstedt in FS13. Whoever just said I have a spider in my hair, you're gonna get banned. Well, I say that. I can't click off this screen. Who's the guy that keeps pulling their head out from behind the curtain? Nobody's behind the... There's nobody back there. What are you on about? You have yourself in your hair. I don't have anything in my hair! Goodness gracious, y'all are being goofy. Someone is watching me. Are you talking about this? Right here? This is literally the curtain has folded over itself. That's all this is. The curtain, it like, when it was like, hang on, when it was like that and you thought somebody was looking around it, that's literally just the curtain folded over itself. Which version of Farm Sim? There's nobody behind the door. Both of these doors are closed. Y'all are goofy. Y'all are goofy. Someone opened your door. I'm gonna go interrogate them after this. You know what? We'll do that. I'm gonna go interrogate them after the stream and see who, if somebody was actually... Oh my daisy. Why is my header stuck in the... Farm Sim physics at its finest. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Please don't skyrocket into space. Thank you. You know what? Let's just move this thing out of this shed. I probably don't need that. Actually, there's a cornfield right there. So, let's hook up a trailer and go chop some silage. Door rat. I actually had a mouse get in here the other day, and I had to like corner him into a box. And who's... Quit saying call Dave. He's in the middle of recording a podcast. And now I can't get this thing to hook up to the... The driver of 148 is behind your curtain. That's hilarious. Dude, nobody's behind me. There's a picture frame on the wall right there and the edge of the curtain. There's no... I'm going to use my camera as a mirror to look back here. There's literally nobody back there. Y'all chill. How's your dad doing? He's doing good. Y'all are trolls. I know it. There we go. Attach the trailer thingy. You should do American Truck Simulator. I haven't played American Truck Simulator in forever. Would you want a chicken as a pet? What the heck are y'all smoking? Evil Larry is coming for you? Yeah, but okay. I highly doubt that, but I'll bear that in mind. Alright, how the heck do I start this thing? Half of the keybinds are different from the new Farm Sims, so I gotta like group convoy and ATS. That's not a terrible idea. A city school vision is behind you. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny. What does your dad drive? Ford F-150. Let me know if... Oh, I crashed into a tree. Well, that was short-lived. Let me know if the engine sound of this thing gets too loud. The curtain is moving behind you. There's an air vent above me that could be blowing on it. What bus does your dad drive? He doesn't. Not anymore. He went back to teaching. There's a TC-2000 behind you. Somehow I find that unlikely, because if you could see the size of this room that I'm in, McDonald's is behind you. Throw me a Big Mac if there's actually a Mickey D's back there. And now I'm missing stuff. Dude, why will this thing not drive in a straight line? Goodness gracious. FS11 physics are... Lane, there's a Valentine girl behind you. You're not funny. You are funny, but you're not funny. The Mothman. Oh my days. What is wrong with FS11 physics? Dave is behind me. I'm pretty sure Dave is not. Pretty sure Dave is not behind me. Pennywise. Lord. Y'all are just being ridiculous. SpongeBob? Really? Lane, when are you gonna post? What do you mean, when am I gonna post? I just posted, and I'm doing this right now. I'm being very ignored. Dude, if you could see how fast this chat was going. Computer monitor is in front of you. Yeah? That's... Of course my computer monitor's in front of me. That's kind of where my eyes are. Would you buy $12.99 for your YouTube channel? I would need to be making a lot more money than I currently am. Will the rest of the stream be FS11? I have no idea. Who just said I'm behind you? Yo, that's my brother. What the heck? Take my earbuds out for a second. Is there anybody in here? My brother just commented and said he's behind me. That was weird. A skinwalker. Yeah, I don't think so. Good thing to see a mentally insane chat. What kind of live stream would it be without the chat going crazy? A C2 Julie is lurking behind you. I don't want an electric bus. I don't want an electric bus. They're terrible. 0622 suspension is behind you. That's funny. You'll only get that reference if you've seen that bus vlog. Or the bus vlog where I talked about that. Can you adopt me? What the heck? Somebody said Ward Miller's watching me. I know who that is, and I know who commented that. Nobody else here is going to get that reference except me, but it's funny. Some say that his calves could feed all of Ethiopia for a week. All we know is he's the Ward. And then you just hear the Top Gear music. How many Bluebird buses does your county have? We only have 2 baby birds. Baby birds, mini birds, whatever. I'm not sure what the name of them actually is. 171 is in your hair. If I had a full-size school bus in my hair, I'd probably not be here right now. Micro birds, thank you. Who said that? Bus Marie Laudavis. Laudavis? Whatever. Thank you. Microbirds. There's a ghost in your room. I wouldn't be terribly surprised by that. Your fan is behind you. Oh, it's not. My fan's over my head. The Huzz is behind you. Well, I'm not breaking any speed limits with this thing, am I? So there's some root beer behind you. Now, what would be really funny is if you said that and I just, like, cartwheeled over my chair behind me. Chat has gone insanely funny. I think everybody's starting to suffer from, like, that late night goofiness. I would put a C2 on my arm as a tattoo. I'm not planning on getting any tattoos, but, I mean, you can. Go for it. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I have younger siblings. That's close enough. Can we get another white top POV? If I can get on one, yes. We can do that. There's a Kampswerk behind you. So here's a little language lesson for y'all. The word Kampswerk, however you say it, is a German word that directly translates to battle midget. The definition being a short person with anger issues. The reason I bring that up is I jokingly call my brother's girlfriend that because she's short. And I just saw her in the chat. Somebody said, so me? I don't know. Are you short? Do you have anger issues? I would like to just point out, I'm driving out of my peripheral vision because I'm trying to read the chat. 0478's right rear tire is behind you. 10 out of 10 reference, dude. Awesome reference. That's an old video. You got to go back a ways to find that one. The micromanaging. How long does your county keep buses for? Roughly 20 years. The oldest thing we have right now is 04. So it's pretty close. Turn it round. This thing is slow as crap. Could you drive an 04 again before they're sold? I can try. I'm not sure. Here's an interesting question. It says, what was the first bus you trained on? Interestingly, 171. 171 was driven by the lady that is was my trainer back when I first started driving. So the first bus I ever drove was 171, and I had no way of knowing that would actually be my future bus. So that's why, you know, leaving 99 was bittersweet, but it was also kind of cool getting that one. Getting specifically 171. Do you have Farm Sim 25? I do. I'm pretty sure my CPU would have a stroke if I tried to do that. And what made you become a bus driver? I grew up around buses, thanks to my dad. So I'd always kind of had an interest in them. And when I was 19, I was in need of a job because I had just left my last job. And so he was like, hey, you know, you want to come drive a bus? And I was like, you know what? Sure. Why not? And I enjoy it. I mean, I really like doing it most days. All these people saying that 148 is behind me. That's funny. Your hairline is behind you? All right, get out. Whoever that was, ban whoever that was, get out. My hairline is not that bad. Come on now. Where's Dave at? He had to go record a podcast. Stop saying my hairline's behind me. My hairline's right here. It's fine. Have you screamed shut up at the radio today? Well, we're out of school today for winter break, so no, I haven't. Oh, 0906 is behind me. Y'all gotta quit repeating these same messages over and over. What's a good song for your intro and outro? My only advice for that is find something where the copyright lawyers aren't going to come after you. And that's a lot easier said than done, but... Alright, this trailer's about full, so in a second we'll take it over to the bunker and dump it and then come back and finish this. Did your dad go back to teaching? Yeah, he did. How old do you have to be to drive a bus in the state of Georgia? As far as I know, 18 from the license standpoint. I didn't start till I was 19 because my county wouldn't really take me until I was 19, but, you know. A comically large orange is behind you. I did not know Donald Trump was behind me, but okay. Do you need a CDL to drive a bus? It depends. If you're driving a baby bus that's lightweight and less than 15 passengers, no, you don't. If it's a full-size bus like I drive, yes, you do. Why did he go back to teaching? Because he wanted to. This thing will not drive straight. Something's weird with, like, the Flegel trailer directly behind the Krone for some reason. Alright, unload. While we admire the Seattle Space Needle in the distance. I'm assuming that's so we can contact the farm sim aliens. Have you ever played ETS2? Yeah, I used to do a bunch of videos on it back in the day. All those have been archived now, but I've still got them somewhere. Justin Trudeau is behind you. Alright, I made one joke. Let's not get political, guys. Would you drive a Thomas HTX? If they told me to, I guess I would. I don't really like them. Cummins or Detroit. Depends on the bus. If it's a school bus, I'll take the Cummins ISB. If it's like a 2000s Prevost, then I'll take a Detroit just because they sound so good. What's your dream job? You know what? If I could make a living driving a bus and doing live streams for y'all once in a while, I would totally do that. But the feasibility of that's pretty questionable. EFX2 or HDX2? That's a good question. I'm going HDX. If I've got to drive a flat nose bus, I'd rather it be a rear engine. The front end, I don't understand the front engine flat nose. It's like, why? They're harder to get in and out of. They're harder to work on. You're not saving that much space. If you've got to have a flat nose, just stick the engine in the back. Why does this guy keep asking if I have a girlfriend? Why do you care? I mean, no, I don't, but like, why do you care? John Deere or Ferguson? Massey Ferguson. I like... The John Deere stuff I like is, like, old. I mean, we're talking, like, 40-20 old. I've driven the 40-20 and I like it. Really like it. But their modern stuff, no. Case or John Deere? Case. And you know what? Here's the thing, right? You can argue over the tractors all you want, but when it comes to the combine harvesters, Case. John Deere combines are crap. ATS or ETS, either or. I don't know if it matters. I started with ETS and I tried both. Alright, we'll see if we can finish this cornfield up. Lane's girlfriend is root beer. You know what? Cheers. I can drink to that. What made you start doing bus vlogs? That's actually an interesting question. I don't know if I've ever really touched on that. So, for years, I've always watched people... It's a fairly common thing on YouTube. If you've got, you work in a particular profession, to do like a POV of you doing whatever it is you do. I've watched truck drivers do it. I've watched a guy do it with transit buses. And so I got to thinking, I was like, you know what? If I ever get to a point in my life where I'm doing something worth filming like that, then maybe I'll get a GoPro and try it out for myself. So I got one with a head strap and started kind of tinkering with it. And at first I didn't talk. It was just like I didn't talk. I just did a silent POV, and I only uploaded it to like Facebook for my Facebook friends. And after that, I did one bus vlog, so that my Facebook friends could kind of see what I did for a living. Completely the wrong audience. They were not into it. So I asked if I could start putting them on YouTube, like if it was a problem having the county name on it or something. And they were like, no, I don't think so. It should be okay. So once they said it was okay, I was like, okay. So I started uploading them to YouTube. Well, at first I did a couple of the time lapses and like one or two silent POVs. Well, then I did that first bus vlog. And holy crap, the view count went through the roof. I had never had a video ever do that. So at that point I was like, okay, apparently there's a market for this kind of thing. Blue Moon Alpha's going to bed. Good night, Lane and Dave. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. So I kept doing bus vlogs, and that was pretty much how that went. Fast forward a year. Has it been a year? Yeah, it's been over a year, I think. And would you want to voice chat with fans? Oh Lord, I don't know about that. Yeah, some of y'all are being strange. The first one is waffling. I think you're right. It was either the bus Tetris or waffling, I think, was the first bus vlog that I uploaded. What's the weather like where you're at? Multiple people asking this. It's not bad. We had some pretty terrible weather Sunday. Sunday was interesting. I was supposed to go to visit relatives, and we actually didn't, just because the weather was that bad. If 171 was swapped to a Max Force, would you drive it? Why in Solomon's left toenail would they do that? I don't think you understand the absolute hatred that my higher-ups have for the Max Force engine. Seriously. Do you know what International had to do to get us back as a customer? It took Thomas having quality control issues for years and Max Force basically kissing the ground we walked on to get us to come back. So I can promise you 171, excuse me, would never be given a Max Force engine. Went from Steven's pancreas to Solomon's left toenail. Yeah, I make up weird I make up stuff in my head, and whatever sounds decent just comes out. Did you have to get permission to put LEDs in your bus? I was kind of going on the tactic of ask forgiveness, not permission. So, yeah. I was also basing that on the fact that Dave had already done it. Dave had already done it, and a couple other drivers had already tried it, and they never got in trouble for it. So I kind of thought, you know what, that's... what's a bus you want to drive IRL that you haven't? A Gillig low floor. I want to drive a Gillig low floor. Or a Prevost H345. Not as a job, but like just literally just to do it. What was that thing on the trailer that you said was a nuclear reactor? Trying to remember what that was. Lane, good night. I have work tomorrow and got to get my kids up for school. And my girlfriend's saying bedtime for all of us. Well, you happy wife, happy life. You better listen. So, good night to you. Thanks for coming. What do you think about New Flyer? They're pretty good. I don't have much experience with them other than riding them a couple times as a passenger. And that was the 60-footer, the one with the bendy thing in the middle. Should I do a POV of watching your stream at work? I mean, as long as it's not going to get you in trouble. Try dating someone. No crap, Sherlock. What do you think I'm doing? Lane, what's one thing you miss about 99? I miss the fact that 99's post-trip beeper was not so bloody loud. 99, when you would go to post-trip, it was kind of like beep. It would just kind of like beep. Hey, don't forget to walk back there. All the younger C2s are like, they scream at you. It's very loud. The other thing I thought about the other day was, let's say I'm in the yard and I go to move 171 from her parking spot around to the fuel bay. It's not very, it's like all of 100 feet, you know, so you don't really need to put your seatbelt on, but if you try to move without your seatbelt on, then 171 screams at you. It starts beeping. 99 didn't do that. 99 didn't care. 99 was like, whatever, it's your life, you know, go deaf. Go deaf. Go deaf. Go dead. What am I trying to say? I don't know. When's the pictures? We did a handful of them at the beginning, and I'm gonna try to do some more towards the end. A Max 4 swap C2 would make me irate. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm surprised we haven't spent the money and just overhauled ours to Cummins swaps. Or even a DT466. I mean, the 466 was a lot more reliable than the Max 4s. Thomas Evans says, good night, Lane and Dave. I'm out. Adios. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. If you had to pick one bus to live on out of your fleet, what would you pick? Well, probably... You mean live on like camping inside it? Then probably the youngest one that there is, because it'd be the cleanest. If you mean just like using day to day, I like the one I got. The 466 is the same engine but with government garbage. Yeah, it's... That may make a good video on its own. Just, do you play any school bus simulators? There's really not any good ones. That would almost be a worthwhile video on its own. Just that whole thing. International was doing totally fine. They had a solid engine, they had a solid bus, and the government did what the government does best and had to dig their fingers in and say, nope, you have to add this. And things went sideways very, very quickly. And rant about the EPA. Okay, here's your rant about the EPA. Which buses out of our entire fleet do y'all think we get the most phone calls complaining about as far as pollution? The Max Forces. Coincidentally, the Max Forces were supposed to be the government's solution to that problem. So instead of letting out their pollution smoothly over time, they clog it all up in a filter and then eject it in one go. And so you just see this non-stop smoke coming out of them. So to the outside eye, it looks like, oh, these buses are horrifically polluting everything. When in reality, it's not that much more than the DT-466, but the government made them do that. And the engine was so bad, it almost made International go under. Air suspension or hydraulic suspension, either one, as long as it's decently comfortable. As long as it's not leaf springs. I hate leaf springs. They're so rough. One thing you hated with 99, I didn't really hate anything with 99. I wasn't too fond of just how ridiculously dirty the inside was when I got it, but that was not really something I could help. It was kind of like I just had to cope with it. What are your thoughts about the Max Force 7? Alright, how can I say this without getting demonetized? The Max Force 7 is about as useful as a Kia Soul driving in the fast lane. It's completely useless, it's completely garbage. No offense if you drive a Kia Soul, but, you know. Start a breakfast Patreon, but let them pick what you eat for breakfast. That's a very unusual idea. Kind of true, though. Hey, LMD, I found a J+1 song that's called Bliss. If you look, yes, I've heard it. Excuse me. I've heard it. I've bought J+1's entire album. Which is where I got my intro music from. Because he said, when you buy his entire album, he's like, I'm totally fine if you use this with... if you could, would you overhaul the engine in 171 to make it more powerful? More powerful? No. Not really. I don't really care. I would love to increase the speed governor. It's stuck at about 66.5. I would love to push it up to 70, but that would be a county-wide thing. I don't really get a say in that. Lane, will you ever do any real-life streams? Not sure what you mean by that. You mean like live stream from my phone while I'm doing something? I mean, I guess I could. Jennifer says, peace out, y'all. I'm out. Thanks for coming. Ryan Wolf says he's also headed out. Good night, guys. If you have to go for whatever reason, guys, that's totally cool. The stream will be published afterwards. So if you want to watch whatever you missed, you can. Can you go back and review buses at the end? Yes, I'll try to go back and do some more photos. Somebody just said I'm heading out. Thanks for coming. Somebody said your hairline had to go. I'm never going to live this down, am I? Apparently this is a thing that's started now. Some more people heading out. You should play My Summer Car. I thought about it. Somebody just said I've been streaming for 2 hours. Holy cow. I just now realized that. Would you drive a third gen? If I could get the chance to, I would, but I haven't really. People say, okay, y'all are asking to go back to the bus pictures, so we're gonna do that. Since we just finished this cornfield, I'm gonna park this thing and we'll go do some more. What did you use for the stream overlay? I went and got like a webcam outline thing from, I think it was VectEasy. I don't know. How long are you streaming for? Who knows? However long you guys want me to. Let's start it. Alright. Let me see if I can change screens real quick and get these bus pictures pulled back up. I'm assuming this is what y'all want, is to keep looking through y'all's submissions. Oh my gosh, there's more. Holy guacamole. Why are y'all uploading pictures of me? Why are y'all up? I just opened the folder. Oh my Daisy Ridley. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this one. See, like, when I did this as a joke, and somebody screen snipped it. I did this as a joke. Like, what do I even say to this? I should make this my profile picture. Somebody said we got Zesty Lane before GTA 6. That's funny. That's pretty funny. I can't submit pictures. I had to turn it off because people kept... Like, it was refreshing so many times as I was... Put it on a coffee mug in the merch store. Are you kidding? You want this on a coffee mug? Are you going to get GTA 6? No, probably not. Never played the series. I'm more of a slow and steady farm person myself. Is that Windows 10, 11, LTSC, and what arrow theme are you using? This is Windows 10 with a program called Start All Back. Or Start Is Back. Something like that. We got GTA 6 before your hairline. I make one joke about my forehead in a picture, and every other comment in this bloody chat is talking about my my hairline. I love your videos. One day I hope to become a bus driver. I appreciate that. Thank you. Would you drive an Evolve C2? I'd love to do it, like, if I just had the chance. Have you been to an airplane museum? Yes. Go to the Delta Airlines Museum in Atlanta. Definitely would recommend. And while you're there, go plane spotting. C2 electric or HDX2 electric? C2. Since I'm going to be hating the drivetrain, I may as well have the bus design that I like. My mom's a bus driver. Cool beans. I really wish my voice would stop cracking like that. Dave is back. Dave is back. Everybody say hello to Dave. He has finished recording his podcast. Somebody said a shot up bus. Oh, my days. I didn't even see that. Yo! Did you get this bus out of Chicago? I think you got this bus out of Chicago. Or Detroit. Nishan, if you're watching, that was partially joking, partially not. Who submitted their car? That is a bright yellow car. Miss Frizzle took the kids to the wrong area. Yo. Rest in peace, Miss Frizzle. Who's the kid in there that says, "Please let this be a normal field trip"? I need to know if he actually survived that trip. How do I send something in? We've turned that off. I had a form open for people to put their Roblox buses in here, and people started putting everything else in here, so I turned it off for a bit. There's me again. Who's putting me in here? I just realized as I look at the stream display that my confusion face of when I said, "Who's putting me in here?" actually almost matched this expression. Okay, I'm going to change screens for a second. I'm seeing other people in here, so I need to go through and make sure I'm not about to accidentally start doxing people. I don't need to do that. And people are still, people are still putting pictures of me and Dave in here. Or they were. I closed off. Hoop, let me... Wait, change back. I feel like I've seen this bus. There's a guy... I've seen this bus. There's a guy that does cold start videos that has these two blue buses. Because I've watched his videos. Is he in the chat? I think y'all know who this is, right? We're all school bus nerds. I think y'all know who this is. Yeah, there's people saying they know who this is. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know he watched my stuff. Or did somebody else rip a picture of his bus? Project 681. I do know who that is. He was here earlier. Oh, cool. I didn't know he actually watched my stuff. How can I put pictures? We closed the picture poll. I gotta go through. I'm trying to go through the rest of these. I'm gonna head out now. Good night, chat and Lane. Good night. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Somebody said, "Why do you have Windows 7? I called it. I called it. I said that. Did I or did I not say that at the beginning of the stream? I said, this is exactly how this is going to go. Somebody's going to say, why do I have Windows 7? I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I would just like to point out the fact that this form was supposed to be for your Roblox buses. And we're just literally getting pictures of a bunch of real ones. So, let me change that real quick. Holy crap, how many of them are there? I'm filtering through it off screen real quick to make sure there's not, like, any other children that uploaded selfies. Because I had that happen earlier, and I'm like, I can't be putting that on the internet. Alright. Let me just finish scrolling through this and double check. Of course, it's more pictures of me for some reason. Make sure. Okay. I think these are fine. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. Good God. This is why I don't look away from the chat too long. here's what we're going to do. Because I've been drinking root beer for the past over 2 hours straight. We're going to take a brief intermission, like 5 minutes. Maybe 10. Probably not 10, maybe 5. We're going to go on intermission. I'm going to mute my mic. So if you want to get up, stretch, use the restroom, grab you a snack, drink, whatever. If you've got to leave, that's totally fine. No pressure. Have a good night. And you can catch up on whatever you missed later on. But let's take a quick break, and we will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. How we all doing? Do you have a favorite aircraft? Boeing 727. Dave said, I'm getting ready to ban everyone. Yeah, please don't spam in the chat. Did you explode the bathroom or something? No, I was answering a couple text messages and whatnot while we were out. Do you guys have one radio channel to talk to other drivers and dispatch, or are there multiple channels? There's two. There's the long range frequency, channel 1, where the bus broadcasts it to the shop, and at the shop we have a radio tower that then sends it out to all the buses and vice versa. And then if we go on like a field trip with a convoy, then we have the bus-to-bus frequency, which is channel 2. And that's a short-range antenna. The buses can talk to each other. So like, say, I took a group of us to Atlanta. We had our own frequency, where we could talk to each other without the need for the main radio tower at the shop. But it only has a reach of like 1.5 miles. So when we do 13 bus convoys during football season, usually the tail bus and the front bus can't hear each other, but that's fairly normal. Have you played Farm Sim 17? Yes, I have. One of my favorites. So like AM and FM radio, pretty much. Why don't you allow trespassers on school buses? That is a massive safety problem. That's a massive safety one. That one LT1 is here. Put his bus back up. Is he really? Was he in the chat a second ago? Somebody said they saw him in the chat a second ago. There he is. He's here. He's here. I didn't think he would actually I didn't think he would actually be watching my stuff. Huh. Because I like watching his cold starts. Nice. I didn't know he was here. Well, yeah, let me find... Hold on. Where was this photo at? I'll put it back up for a minute. Oh, there's some good ones in here. Where is it? I would like to point out the fact I'm having to sort through about 16,000 photos. Not literally, but... Yeah, there we go. Okay, wait. Swap screen. No! Not that screen. Wrong button! This one. There it is. Open submissions back up. Yeah, how about no? Do a cold start video of 171 or some spare bus. It doesn't get cold enough. I mean, this guy is... Look at this. This is legitimate Blizzard. And he does cold starts in this. That's a proper cold start. Ours is like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Wrong lever, Kronk. I know. Yeah. That was my fault. There's... This streaming software has... I've got like 2 screens right here. And the one is the preview of what is currently live. And then I can load one on the other side. So then you load whatever you want next, punch, swap, and it changes. So you can like preload them. And I forgot I had the intermission one loaded. Oops. Oopsie daisy. But yeah, this is this fella's Bluebird. Covered in quite a lot of snow. I don't know that I'd want to drive in that much snow. I'm also mildly concerned about how much is on the roof. I'm kind of curious, at what point during a blizzard do you have to go clean the roof off? Like, does it ever, like, let's say you were out of school on Christmas break or something. At what point do you go, hey, the bus has 4 feet of snow on it, I need to go clear it off because the snow gets heavy? I mean, I've only had snow one singular time on a bus, and it was only about this much. So, it was more like ice. It wasn't really snow. Somebody said there's no point to clearing it off. Yeah. 171 has a weak starter. Yeah, I can kind of see that. She's not as fond of starting in the cold. 171 isn't. 99 didn't care. 99 actually 99 would, she was fine in the cold. She would get out on a highway in, 45, 50 degree Fahrenheit weather. Now, if it got much colder than that, it was problematic. But 99, if you could get some clean, cold air on the nose, that bus ran really well. 171, not as much. 171 kind of, she's not as fond of the cold. But we need to, let's carry on with some of these buses. I'll put them in a grid so we can kind of, even if I don't open yours up, maybe it'll at least be on screen for a minute. I'm going to try to look for the Roblox ones because that's what I initially opened this for. Love your channel. Have a good night. I'm assuming that means you're heading out. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. What is your favorite? Why do you keep asking what my favorite color is? It depends on the day. Up north, they have special brushes to wipe off the buses. You drive through them and they wipe off the snow. Really? Solving a problem that I've never thought about having to solve ever, because I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen snow in my life. The cold doesn't help the batteries. Yeah, I know. Usually in the heat, I'll, battery power on, and I'll turn the marker lights on before starting up. But in the cold, I won't do that, just because I'm trying to save every amount of battery power that I can. Got some first gen CEs. Okay. Like it. I like the subtle detail of this one having the plate slightly crooked. Because believe it or not, I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. Not on the front one, but I've seen other vehicles where they just kind of... This guy says, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" Yes, I do. He's my cousin, actually. I kind of wish these had... I don't understand the districts that are or the states even, that are yeah, we don't want eyeliner. Because then it's there's no contrast. You've got a bright yellow bus with a bright orange light in daylight. That's going to be hard for the human eye to see because there's no contrast. Especially on this one, because there's no eyelashes. I can't imagine who looked at that and said this was probably... that this was the best way to do it. I mean, if it was up to me, I would do black eyeliner at least, and maybe the short eyelashes. Not the long ones. The long ones look kind of goofy, but just the short ones, like they put on the C2s. I like the way those look. I really like the way those look. Some New York buses look like that, and I call them a banana. That's pretty accurate. Our buses have white tops with the black around. And we only do 3-digit numbering. Yeah. Would you drive a first-gen CE with a T444? I think I have. It was before I started recording, but I think I did back then. Oh, here's something interesting. So they've actually modeled a first-gen CE, I think that is, with actually loading a wheelchair. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that yet. But that's getting overshadowed by the name. Kolkalak. Kolkalak. Why? Why? Are you driving tomorrow? No. Somebody said don't question the name. Oh, well, I'm going to question a name that says Kolkalak. I can't even say that correctly. What the heck? Alright. Let's move on from this. What other shenanigans do we have in here? We've got some snow. I always like seeing this the way that y'all have modeled. Some of y'all have modeled. Kolkalak sounds like a bad word. Yeah. So many people are going to screen sniff that. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Ay, ay, ay. There's a ton of buses in here. A lot of real life buses. Who's this? Charles Webster has created a lovely little fleet of buses right here. I can't get it to zoom in at all. The models look really nice though, and I love, again, because I'm a sucker for good lighting, how you see the light coming in that direction and casting. Here's another good example of it. See, you see like the reflective spot right there, the bolts on the 8-ways, the individual little lines in the grill. The angle of the mirrors is exactly like the real one. There's definitely some kind of skill involved with making a 3D model that actually looks that good. I couldn't. We've got a recreation of 99. This one actually looks pretty darn accurate. The yellow faded headlights, faded paint, faded white moniker up top, the round mirrors. It's the right spec. The only thing missing would be the air condition venting down here, but I mean, other than that, it looks pretty darn accurate. Square mirrors or round mirrors. For the nose, round. For the sides, square. Trying to catch up on the chat. And the tape on the battery door's missing. Good reference. Good reference. What manner of thing happened here? Dude. Why are you posting a school bus accident? Although, here's a pretty good example. I mean, the bus looks okay other than the front end. That car, not the same. I mean, if you look, this is a pretty good example of how well they're built. Because you look at the bus cabin itself is completely fine. The van chassis at the front, where it was a van, that part's the part that got damaged. So yeah, school buses are incredibly strong and incredibly safe. This guy put a C2 in his house, parked in his tile driveway. Okay, fair enough. I'll go with it. You know what? If I had a driveway like that, I'd be parking in my driveway too. But I don't. Mine sits on a hill, kind of like that. What kind of pickup truck do you drive? It's a 2005 Silverado. I think I've featured it once or twice on the channel. Now I'm opening, I know this is real life buses, but I'm opening this anyway because it's oldies. Got the old 3800 and the... That's not a B700, is it? The B700 looks slightly different. It's a Thomas FS65, this bit. But that right there, I know it's a Ford. Somebody said B800. Okay, I'm not as familiar with those models. Because back in the day, man, it wasn't like today where you got one manufacturer that builds the whole thing. It was, you had like one company did the body, the cabin body, one company did the chassis, one company did the front style. It was like, it was a whole convoluted mess. There's me again. Why? I don't know. I don't understand you people. Here's another Roblox one. We got a Vision with plenty of cargo bay space. Actually, I just realized this is one of our city school buses, because I recognize that number. They even modeled the air conditioner on the roof. That's pretty good. It's pretty nicely done. You see the individual rivets on the roof. And actually, there's a good detail right there, even though I know this is blurry as all get out. The piece of metal above the windows that kind of angles outward. Why are your lights not on? My light is on. I've got this one. My studio light. Somebody said my Vision. Is this one yours? That's a Valdosta bus. Yeah, I know it's a Valdosta bus. That's what I just said. It's a Valdosta bus. Valdosta City bus. Dang, Wayne has an old PC. Here we go with the PC again. Goodness gracious, you people. Goodness gracious. Alright, what else we got down here? Okay, this one, I've seen this before. Somebody tagged me in this. This is a rebuild of the inside of O2. Can we just take a minute to admire the level of detail here? First of all, they got the tablet. They recreated the tablet based off of, I'm assuming, clips from my video. They recreated the tablet. The dash is exactly right, except for the transmission temperature. And the little sticker right here. And the mirrors don't match. Like, that's how you know they watched my stuff. Because they were like, oh, O12 has the mismatched mirrors. Let me recreate that. And they've done that correctly. So, yeah. Whoever it was that... somebody tagged me in that a week or two ago. And I was like, that's surprisingly accurate. Goodness gracious, y'all put a bunch of buses in here. We can't see the tablet. Oh no! Because my darn face is covering it. LOL. Nah, I didn't even look at the preview when I put it on screen. Hold on. Let's rectify this. Move the thing. Move it over. Move the thing. Move the thing! I don't know why this isn't working. How do I... No, I need you to open the... Google Drive, honestly, you are a bag of rice. And that's me being nice. Alright, hold on. There it is. Okay, I'm looking at the preview now. You can see it. This. Just pretend my face isn't in the way. But this here, the tablet. They modeled the tablet correctly. I wonder what game this is. This is Roblox. Does Lounge still have any 3800s? No. We do not. Alright, how do I close this? Close that. Alright. I don't even know where I was now. That's a nice looking model. In the fall weather. Looking all pretty. Wow, they even modeled the outline on the lights. Huh. And you can see the U-bolts on the front axle. That's pretty good. And the little charging port for the block heater. I think it's a block heater. Okay, I've talked about being a sucker for good lighting. This. My face is in the way again. Actually, that's cool. It looks like it. No, don't do that, you stupid computer. This is really cool because it looks like it's lighting up my face. That's funny. But look at the way it's dark and the lights are like fog casting a beam off it. That's really cool. I'm a bus driver in this game. I'm assuming you mean Roblox. When can you drive 99 again? I'm gonna try. Now this, Dakota Richard. Good night. Gotta go to bed. Cole. All right. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. This photo may be one of the best ones I've seen. Somebody tagged me in this a few days ago. And first of all, the shaders look incredible. I didn't know until tonight that y'all can make Roblox actually look this good. I thought the graphics were usually potato. But the 3D model is on point. The numbering and everything, the little details like the style of blinker light is on point. The air condition, battery bay, minus the duct tape, obviously. Like this is a really close recreation of 99. I really like this one. Somebody said history has been made. Okay. Yeah, this one right here is really good. Somebody said, do I have Roblox? No, I don't. But I wanted to open this up and get y'all to send your buses in. Now this is pretty funny. And by funny, I mean creepy. Somebody looked at one of my picture posts and recreated it. And this was recent too, because I'm in 171. I took it with the camera app I have that adds like the date and whatnot to it, and I had these buses around me. I was parked at the middle school, and 99 was in front of me, minus the plate, because I wasn't driving it. But they even got the building overhang and the trees right. Who made this photo? Liam, was it you? I think Liam said it was him. First of all, your attention to detail is ludicrous. Your attention to detail is ludicrous. As if there's the water bottle on the dash. I didn't even see that at first. He included the water bottle on the dash? Bro, you need to go work for Disney. You need to... If you've got this level of attention to detail, you need to go to Disney. Holy crap. Like, I'm just sitting here scrolling through these, and I look down, and I'm like, why is my own post in here? And then I went, wait a minute, that's not my own post. That's somebody that recreated my post. Wow. That's funny. I say it's funny. It's creepy. And also incredible. Somebody said read the odometer. Wait, what did it say? It's blurry as crap. 851 85,000. So he matched the odometer too. Holy cow. All right, I'm like Listen here. Listen here, right? The next time I need an FBI agent in my life, Liam, I'm calling you. I don't know where you live or what your phone number is, but I'll find you. I'm calling you the next time I need an FBI agent. What manner of... I can't even imagine how long he sat and stared at that photo to get this right. Somebody said the plate is the same number. No, it's not, actually. That plate right there is the only thing wrong with this photo. And the little deal, because my plate would have been on my bus. But, like, that is literally the only detail that's wrong with this photo. Goodness gracious. Holy cow, my forehead. Forgot I had zoomed in that far. Well, that's not going to help the accusations about my hairline, is it? Oh, and now it scrolled me all the way back up. Who? Why do you people put pictures of me in here? I don't understand this. I don't even know where I was. The main thing I want to point out about this is... Somebody said the plate should be Golf Victor 6464 Bravo. That is correct. That is 99's plate. Two things I want to point out about this photo on screen, right? Number one, the fact that it's actually high resolution. And it's not like I'm zooming into a pixelated photo from 2007. No offense if that's what you sent in, but the other thing is... the light. Look right here at the light, the way the sun is reflecting off of the... Why am I having such a hard time formulating this sentence? Look at the way the sunlight is reflecting on the glass. Look at that. That's great that they modeled that correctly. And all the, like, the little attention to detail, like the bolts around the block heater and stuff. And the side cameras. The side oh, I want them. I want those so much. I want those so much. I think I'm gonna start mounting a GoPro to the side of my bus, honestly, because that little Sony camera I got was too old. The quality was crap. Your hairline fell off again. Go figure. What else is in here? Really? Really? I have a feeling, like, if it didn't have somebody else's name up here, I 100% would have thought my brother sent this in. Da 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 da. da, 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 or however that song goes. What else we got in here? There's a lot of, I mean, there's a bunch of them that are kind of similar, and then you get occasionally a couple that are like really nicely lit, nicely modeled. Can you look at my bus before I have to leave? Yeah, if I come across it. What else is in here? We got loads of them. I don't know if I looked at this one on stream. I remember seeing this one earlier before we started streaming. One main thing I want to point out about this one, first of all, white rims. Could take it or leave it. I'm not huge about them on a school bus, but you know, it's it is what it is. The other thing I want to point out is the fact that they've got fog lights mounted to the bumper. It's either, I say it's fog lights. It's either that or it's ambers. Additional ambers. I don't know which one it is. But the other thing, sorry, I'm trying to read the chat while I do this. The other thing I noticed is the air conditioning unit that's mounted to the roof right here. But normally you would see the inside air, you'd be able to see it right here or right there in the cabin. The cabin's modeled, but we don't see it, which tells me it's the front facing one where it's like right where this overhead bin is. It's there and then blows straight back. So instead of having the side ones, it blows straight back this direction. We got that on our 3rd gen CEs. We got that for our 3rd gen CEs. But their C2s don't have it. Here's another, okay, here's a really nicely modeled one. Really nicely modeled one. Got the sun. You can tell the sunlight's reflecting off the front. Love this. I love the little detail. Look at this. I love the little details like the shadows in the front bumper right here. Do I see PMDG Ops Center in the taskbar? That is correct. Yeah. Little shadows right there. The little grooves right there. Look at this. You can see the little tiny screws in the lights. That's really nicely done. Now, if I had to critique this, I mean, I could say something about the fact that the eyelashes are not actually causing a shadow, which, based on the light being over there, the light's coming from over here, it should be casting a shadow kind of this way. But that, I'm just being nitpicky now. This is a really nicely modeled one. The other thing I want to point out about this is, according to the name, I believe this is modeled after a real bus. Now, looking at the back over here, this section right here, and this, which is behind my head, you can't see it. Let me move it up. There we go. This section and this section up to like the back corner right here is all fresh paint, whereas this is faded paint, which tells me in real life that this bus would have been in an accident. Now, I don't know if the real life bus this is based on was actually in an accident or what. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, that's a very nice little detail to add there, if this is based on a real bus. As well as like the grime stains below the fuel tank. There's a little bit of grime stains on like the handle on the lower thing. Yeah. That's the bottom. So I'm going to go back and find... Do you play Flight Sim? Yes. Somebody's... submission that they wanted me to go find. Let me sort by name and see if I can find it. Goodness gracious, there's a ton of these down there. What's worse, a lion or a vision? Oh, the lion's worse. Visions are crap, but at least they don't spontaneously combust, usually. Okay. Screenshot. Spare bus 8. There we go. That's the one people kept asking me to go find. Hey, there we go. We're in the back rooms, I think. We're in grass field. The bus itself looks good, though. I've never seen one that had the number stuck on right there. Normally they're down here, but... What's your opinion of the old Crown buses? I haven't been around them enough to know. Nashawn is here, and he's joking that I'm still here rambling. Yeah, 0312 Productions is here. Thanks for joining. What is this thing off in the distance? Is this... It looks like you got a Minecraft creeper going on up here. Approaching your bus. Have any of your buses ever been in an accident? Yeah, lots, unfortunately. Sorry I'm late to the party. No, you're good. We've only been going for 3 hours now, so you're fine. No, I'm joking. You're totally fine. You shut down the form. I know I shut down the form because look at this. Look how many's in here. And people kept uploading stuff that wasn't the post requirements, so I had to close it. Before I go, can you go back up and look at that 26 CE? It's above the interior of your bus. I think it just reloaded them all in a different order. But while I'm thinking about it, I'll look at this. This is the Evolved C2. Or a Roblox rebuild of the Evolved C2. I haven't had the chance to drive one because we're not... we've got a few people saying they're heading out. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. I've never gotten the chance to drive a Evolved C2. I would like to, just to say I did. But, you know, it is what it is. We've now been streaming for 3 hours, so I think we're going to wrap this up here in the next few minutes. Are you using Windows 7? No. Nope. I use a software that makes my computer look like Windows 7, but it's not actually Windows 7. The screen... Nashawn just noticed the screenshot of my face. He should have been here earlier. There were worse ones. There's you another one. There's you another one. There's something down... Why does this look like 99? Have y'all seen that picture that I get tagged in occasionally of 99 from like many years ago sitting in a parking lot somewhere? That's what I thought this picture was when I first opened it. Why does this stupid thing keep telling me my heart rate's high? I know my heart rate's high. I'm just kind of slowly scrolling through so that your picture gets shown on screen in case I didn't open it all the way. Jay says he's heading out. Adios. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to get wrapped up here in the last next few minutes we'll kind of get done here. Did your hairline stay with Windows 7? Listen here, buddy. My hairline is perfectly fine. Again, with the fantastic lighting. Got the sort of sun reflection on the glass and metal right here. I can't stand school buses that have yellow reinforcement lines. Like it... I don't know, it just looks weird. It's way too much yellow going on here. Way too much. Who keeps... I swear it looks like there's more and more pictures of me. Hey, Nishan, if you're still watching, this is the picture I was trying to find. This is the... I was trying to scroll back and find this one. I did this as a joke in my last bus vlog, and somebody screen snipped it and submitted it to... Lane's hair is so majestic. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the one person in chat that actually appreciates my hairline. Thank you. Sassy, aren't we? Yeah, this was all of 3 frames, and then I went back to my normal RBF. Because that's how that normally goes. Where is... Again, with the good light. 3D model on point, but the way they've modeled the lights glowing and everything. Really nicely done, whoever did this one. Bye, I'm hopping off. Cool beans. My brother said I convinced him to grow out his hair. No, you did not. My girlfriend at the time did. Let's just set the record straight. That was my girlfriend at the time back then. Your hairline is horrible. Thanks! I would love to see yours. I'm sure it's probably not any better. Lane got a girlfriend. No, I'm talking about like 5 or 6 years ago. Gotta go. Thanks for looking at the photo. Yep. Y'all have a good evening. Hello from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh gosh, you're a long way away, aren't you? Do you get on here just so people can give you insults? You know what? You never know what's going to happen when you stream. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, I appreciate the compliment, but y'all got to quit spamming. Goodness gracious. This chat, I swear the chat gets more deranged the longer we go. Look at the picture with... My brother's girlfriend keeps saying she's going to find me one. Good luck with that. I feel like that's unlikely. What they don't know is I send them in the text messages for free. Yeah, 0312 Productions and I are friends, and he'll send me some snarky comments occasionally. Speaking of, this photo's still on my screen. But I just looked at it again and realized they modeled the dome lights inside with correct reflections. Love it. Love it. Got somebody from Wisconsin, somebody from Nevada. Do I know the Muffin Man? Yeah, I do. What else we got in here? I'm as nice as can be. Usually, yes. Hello from Arizona. We got people all over the country. New Hampshire, Texas, Pennsylvania, Arkansas, Pennsylvania again, New York. Pyongyang? Really? I find that unlikely. Somehow I find that unlikely. Montreal, Virginia, Canada, Ohio, Greene County, Georgia. I really wish my voice would stop cracking. Ontario, Maryland, Canton, South Carolina. A town in Georgia I've never heard of. Maryland, Colorado, Maine, Indiana, Fredericton. Somebody says, I am here from Soviet Russia. Well, I can guarantee you, you are not in Soviet Russia because Soviet Russia no longer exists. Ohio, Washington State, Missouri. Somebody's going to clip that. I already know somebody's going to clip that. China, Florida. China? Really? You're watching from China? I find that unlikely. Texas. North Carolina. North Carolina is better than Georgia. Just a joke. I don't know if it's a joke. Yo, backtrack. Guy just said hello from the back rooms. As if. Alright, what level are you on then? Tennessee. Time to head out. Dave is heading out. Everybody say goodnight to Dave. Thank you, buddy, for coming. I appreciate it. London, Ontario. The guy that said he was from the back rooms. What level are you on? Ontario, Indiana, Pennsylvania, New York, Pennsylvania. I'm behind your curtain. Yeah. Hello from the planet Neptune. Goodness gracious. Hello from your bathroom. I find that unlikely. If you were my brother commenting that, I'd believe it, but hello from your hairline. All right, out. Get ban whoever that was. Come on now. Hello from. Now we got people saying hello from planets. Is there anybody watching from Alpha Centauri by chance? I want to see if we have any viewers from there. Kentucky. Hello from the Twilight Zone. The hairline one was good. They've been taking the crap out of my hairline the entire night. I kid you not. Sioux Falls, Alberta, Wisconsin, South Dakota, the moon. Hello from Stupid Land. I used to live there. Hello from the Milky Way. That's pretty vague. It's time for dinner. No, the heck it isn't. It's 10 o'clock at night. Hello from the back of your truck. I started to make a joke there, but I'm not gonna say that on the internet. Hello from Internet Land. Hello from Internet Land. There we go. That's the correct response. That's the correct response. Polk County, Florida. Internet Land. Western New York. Somebody said not in California. That. Hello from. Yo. Wait. Somebody said. Hello from. No, come on. Where was the message? I'm from Lake. It's this really long lake name. You know which one it is. Ready? I'm going to try to say this whole thing. I'm from Lake Chargog. Wait, hang on, I got to use my mouse. Chargogagog man Chargagog Chabanungunga mother. I think I just had a stroke. I just had a stroke. It's 3 a.m. Where the heck do you live? The UK? Hello from the 99 gang. Hello from the sun. Hello from Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh. Y'all are getting delirious. I can tell it's late at night. Y'all are getting delirious. Hello from New Mexico. That's our lake. Yeah, I try. The paramedics are on the way for your stroke. I appreciate it. Do you like 99 or 09 better? 99. If I had to pick one. I have a soft spot for both of them, though, to be honest. Hello from the North Korean government. Wow. Wow. Real creative with that one. Hello from Egypt. Hello from Ton 618. You spelled that wrong. Hello from Earth, Japan, Kentucky. It's not Ton 681. It's Ton 618. Goodness gracious. You guys are getting crazy. All right, we've been streaming for 3 hours now. All right, let's do this. We're going to go a couple more, another minute or so. So send in your goodbyes to everybody. Send in your goodbyes or whatever else you want to say. And then we'll be done for the night. I probably don't need to drink the rest of this root beer. But, sod it. You only live once. Lane, say the shut up, please. Alright. I'll give you one shut up before we go. Shut up! I can't even read these messages at how fast they're coming in. Holy cow. Imagine your bus number was 99-171. That's until the year 2099, that's not going to happen. It could by the time we get there. Goodness gracious. So there's so much gibberish coming through on the chat. All right, 10 seconds. Last messages. To the person saying, please adopt me, I'm good. Somebody said this is a long minute. Yeah. All right. My good people of internet land, I've enjoyed the stream. We went 3 hours, which is pretty great. Thank you so much for watching. And we're going to catch you guys in the next bus vlog. Good night.